Hello, everyone out there in Facebook land. I don't go live often from this page, so that is changing. So I'm going to wait a few minutes while hopefully some of you guys are notified. It's about 7 a.m. here in Nashville. If you join me, when you join me, let me know where you are. And I hope this light, the sun, is not too distracting. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about 5 daily steps to live your dream, actions that I have been taking that has made a difference for me, and I want to share them with you all. So forgive me if I can't stare quite into the camera all the time while I'm driving. So if you join me, give me a thumbs up, say hello. I can't read all the comments, but it'll tell me up here that you are joining me, so that'll be great. So it's Monday morning, and I do a lot of thinking when I'm driving. I'm on my way to my job, my job, the grind. I have learned to appreciate my job because I know it's part of the process to get me to goals that I'm accomplishing to fire my boss. And so every day I go, I'm grateful because I know I'm one step closer to doing that. So I no longer wake up dreading or having the Monday morning blues because I just don't want to start my day off like that. So let me know if you're out there. Give me a thumbs up. So I want to talk to the 5 daily steps to live your dream. Now, I don't know what your goals are or anything like that, what your dreams are. I'll share with you what mine are. For a very long time, I've wanted to work for myself. When my children were growing up, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and find a way to make income from home. That never happened, and I'll share some of the stories with you guys later. But that never happened. My children are now grown, but my dream still has not changed. But now, I actually have an exit strategy. I have actually connected with people who are doing what I want to do. I didn't have any type of model to share with me the steps to take on doing, everyone else is, want the same dreams, or they're saying, oh, I want to do this, I want to that. We all talk about what we want to do, but without actually having a plan. And that's only because, where I grew up on the south side of Chicago, I've always had big dreams, and no one was living the life that I wanted, so I had no model to model after. But I did join the military because one of my goals was to travel the world. And my dad, who also was in the military, that was like one of the models, and that's all I knew, would tell these stories about his travels. Although it was during World War II and it was wartime, he said even during the time of war, he found that people all want the same thing. They want the same things. Freedoms, of liberties, to raise their family the best they can, to have food, to have income. They all want the same things, that we were all the same, and that he had met some wonderful people and experienced some wonderful cultures and things like that. And he talked about it, and I could see that it was something that he really desired, he still yearned for, and that was something he said was some of the best experiences in his life. And I was always like, well, why can't we just go move there, because describing paradise to me, why can't we just go move there? And he was like, well, baby girl, I gotta work, so that thought always stood in my head about working for someone else would more than likely, now I'm not saying for everyone, not help you accomplish your dreams and goals and give you the freedom that you want. So that stuck with me very young because I watched my parents work. You know, they both worked. We were middle income family on the south side of Chicago. They both worked. You know, we weren't rich or anything like that, but you know, we didn't take family vacations. Because working was just barely providing what we needed. And so when he said that, I realized that, because you know, you would hear them talk about not having money to do certain things, but they were working so hard. So it was like, to me, it just, at a young age, it just didn't click to me to understand what the purpose of was doing all this work just to barely get by. So I ended up joining the military myself because, you know, that's all I knew. My dad had been in the military. My brother had went into the military. And because my dad had experienced those things in the military, I joined the military because I figured that was the only way that I would get to see some of those things that he described to me. And if you're joining me, good morning and thank you. This is my morning drive. I spend about 40 minutes each direction driving to work. So let's make the best of this time. So I joined the military and for 8 years, you know, where I met my husband and things like that. And we did what we were supposed to do, right? We did what the norm did. We followed what everyone else was doing. And I want to share something with you about that. We followed what everyone else was doing. Once we got out of the military, well, you know, we got out, got jobs, you know, because that's what we were supposed to do, right? We got jobs. And we grinded, you know, like so many people do. We grinded, and I realized that my children were growing up. You know, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. They were growing up, and I just couldn't figure out how to do it. My mom got ill, and I would have loved to have stayed home with my mother and take care of her, but I was working, right? So fast forward, all this time, my kids are grown. About 5 years ago, when I turned 46, I said, you know what? I need to figure something out. You know, I have been in several of those different home businesses, but I needed to figure something out that was going to help me live out my dreams. And I, you know, just still didn't know where to start. So I needed to create income, and there were other ways to create income other than, you know, working for someone else. But I had responsibility. So, you know, I say all this to say, don't give up on your dreams. And I want to share with you what I've been doing that has been getting results and getting me closer to living that dream. And some of it might sound hokey pokey to you, but, you know, that's okay. I'm just going to tell you straight up, no chaser, what it's been taking, you know. So the first thing is, every morning when you wake up, grateful for your day, spend 10 minutes creating your vision, living your vision, stepping into what you want that dream to look like. You know, even as I go throughout my day and I am working at a job, I am still keeping in my mind that vision of my dream. Now, not to the point where I'm saying anything like, oh, I can't wait to leave this job, or blah, 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 blah. Nothing like that. I'm doing my job because it's getting me to the next point, and I'm grateful for that. I'm staying in that energy. But I'm also staying in that energy, like this step in my job is getting me closer to that vision, and I'm envisioning myself how I would be and how I would be in my day of freedom and living my life. So, you know, envision that, you know, at least 10 minutes, you know, if you can. The more you do it, the more you will be able to stay in that moment and envision things happening. You would start attracting wonderful things to you that's part of that lifestyle or the dream that you want to live. And don't let anyone interfere with that feeling that you have of envisioning that. And I took some notes, and I'm coming to a stop sign here, so I'm going to go ahead and glance down in my notes. So go ahead, stop sign, go ahead, honey. So also personal growth. And what do I mean by that? Always be growing. You're never done learning. Always grow and put some good things in your head every day. Some things that I do, like here when I'm driving, I listen to podcasts or audio trainings or things in the morning while I'm driving. I got to find a way to maximize the time that I have, because that's what the first thing that we say. A lot of people say is, oh, well, I want to start my own business, but I don't have enough time. But you have to find these pockets of time to get things done, and that's one of the things that I'll talk to you about as well. So personal growth, it could be audio books or trainings, listening to seminars, something that's going to help grow you in whatever it is that you're going to accomplish to live out your dream. And, okay, hold on. Coming around this curve here. Another thing is learning something daily, which I mentioned personal growth as well. Now, when you're learning something daily, it's not just about learning it. It's also taking what you're learning and put it into action. Because every time you learn something, you want to learn it, you want to do it, you want to teach it, and you just want to share that value with people every day out there. Kind of like what I'm doing now. I'm sharing with you what I'm doing now, sharing with you what I learn every day. Now, 1 hour executing that. Now, that's the next step. You want to spend an hour a day executing what it is that you learned. So, like for me, what I'm doing, is behind the scene things online that you haven't seen yet. But I spend about an hour a day executing something that I learned during the day from listening to trainings or something like that, and then implementing that and executing that in my business. Now, if you're looking to grow a home business, I've had top producers tell me, and one of my mentors, that she spends about 4 hours a day on her business. Now, you may say, I don't have 4 hours a day. And that was the first thing I said, but I realized that there was pockets of time that I was losing. For example, getting home and watching 4 hours of TV. I found hours during my week that was just that was not income producing for me. It was not helping me get closer to my goal. Now, I'm not saying never watch TV or anything, relax and do those things, but there are pockets of time that you can find. For example, like I said, while I'm driving, when I was working downtown, I've actually cut down my commute. It would take me about an hour and 15 minutes to get to work one way each morning. That was 2.5 hours a day. So don't let it be an accident. That time was increased. So it was just time of my day that I felt like I needed to better use and utilize. And I tell you, listening to audio books and trainings and stuff while you're stuck in traffic reduces the road rage. So I no longer have road rage because I make use of that time, sitting in a car. Like now I'm on a back road and it's very windy. So because I don't have to take the highway to work anymore. So I'm loving it. I've cut down about maybe an hour a day in my commute to work with this job that I started back in March. So 2 hours a day if in your own business, networking and connecting with people. Now, connecting can be done in different ways now with social media and Facebook Live and things like that. But try to connect, with at least if you 10 people, 5 to 10 people a day, reach out to them on Facebook and things like that. And I'll share training on how I've been doing that, reaching out to people on Facebook, just connecting, and not, if you're selling a product or something like that, not spamming them with your products and things like that. But there's a way to do it. So that's basically it. Another thing I want to talk to you about is, I talked about envisioning and meditating. There's pretty much meditation in the morning to start your day off right, getting in the right energy. But those are the 5 steps that I want to share with you to get closer to living your dreams. I like to know, if you comment below, what those dreams are for you guys. Put it in the comments below and tell me, what are your dreams? And for a quick recap, I want to talk are the 5 steps. And I'm going to add a bonus step to that, because a lot of you people that connect with me here are marketers or entrepreneurs, and some write one or the way or the other, whether it's online or brick and mortar business, hairstylists, massage therapists, insurance people, realtors, whatever you're doing in your business. I want to add a bonus to that. But the 5 steps to live your dream is 10 minutes of envisioning and meditation, at least 15 minutes of personal growth. I usually spend more than that, like I said, because I'm driving in traffic more than 15 minutes a day. You want to learn something new every day, and not just learn it. The next step is to take what you learn and execute it and put it into action. And then number 5 was networking, connecting with people and networking. Now the bonus step that I want to add, if you're like me and you work a job and you want an exit strategy, these are the steps that I'm taking. But the bonus step that I want to add to that is automation. Find a way to automate what you are doing, and which is why a lot of times, there's things in the background when I'm at work that's happening, because I can't spend hours a day sitting working on my business all day, 8 hours like I am at a job. So some automation things that you can put in place to automate your business, because I'm all about automation and time freedom. I'm not interested, it's nothing wrong with a brick and mortar business or a storefront business or anything. Those, that's great. It's just that I always wanted time freedom. I wanted that time to travel, like I talked about earlier. And if I'm tied to a brick and mortar business and things like that, more than likely I have to work it there every day and be in that space. With doing things online and e-commerce, and of course, if you're not using e-commerce, that's a must, because that's where everything is going. Education is going. It's already been online. Everything is going online that you can think of. If you can imagine it, it's going to the online world. Not just Amazon, but everything is going on there. A way to monetize whatever it is, even your brick and mortar business. If you do not have a presence online, a website or internet or anything like that for your business, then your business is homeless. You need to have a presence online. So automation is really key in doing that. And I didn't know anything about building websites and creating blogs and things like that. So putting automation and steps in place to help me do that. And of course, my website is coming soon, so I'll let you guys know. It's being revamped. I'm going to a different platform, and I'll share that with you. But also, I've created an ebook from military veteran to entrepreneurship, that if you want a copy of that, it's setting the foundation, the steps I use to put automation and its foundation in place. So if you want a copy of that, go ahead and send me a message, and I'll send you guys that. All right, so I want to tell you guys to make it a magnificent Monday, and go out there and start creating your strategy to live your dreams. Thank you so much. This is Rhonda Hines. Talk to you guys later.